In World War II, soldiers faced not only enemy fire, but a silent, relentless foe, the cold. On the Eastern Front, in the Battle of the Bulge and the mountains of Italy, winter became a weapon. The cold seeped through uniforms, numbing fingers and minds, turning simple tasks into battles of will. Frostbite and hypothermia claimed more casualties than bullets. Imagine a young soldier, huddled in a frozen foxhole, his greatcoat stiff with ice, every breath a struggle. Official gear often failed, leaving men dangerously exposed. An army immobilized by cold is an army that cannot fight. Commanders knew warmth was as vital as ammunition. This daily fight for survival drove a desperate search for better insulation. While quartermasters struggled with wool and unreliable synthetics, soldiers discovered an unlikely saviour, a natural plant-based material from a tropical tree. It was called Kapok, a lifeline when human ingenuity fell short. Kapok, a fluffy fibre from tropical seed pods, was known in the West mainly as the filling for life jackets. When worn for long periods, these vests kept survivors afloat, and surprisingly warm. Soldiers began salvaging kapok from damaged life vests and flotation cushions, stuffing the silky fibres into gloves, jackets and boots. This grassroots discovery spread quickly. A handful of kapok could mean the difference between frostbite and survival. Lightweight and easy to carry, kapok became a hidden advantage on the front lines. It wasn't an official issue, but for those who knew its secret, it was essential. Kapok, meant to save men from drowning, now saved them from freezing. It was a soldier's solution, born of necessity and shared in whispers. Nature had provided a shield against the harshest winters. What made kapok so effective? Its secret lay in its structure. Harvested from the sabre tree, each kapok fibre is a hollow, waxy tube, naturally waterproof and filled with air. Packed together, these fibres create thousands of tiny air pockets, trapping warmth and blocking cold. Kapok is 8 times lighter than cotton, making it ideal for soldiers who carried everything on their backs. Unlike wool, kapok doesn't absorb water, so it stays warm even when outer layers are soaked. Its buoyancy made it perfect for life vests, but its insulation was a battlefield revelation. Soldiers didn't need to know the science, they felt the difference. Warmer, drier and lighter, they could keep moving and keep fighting. Kapok was nature's high-performance fibre, millions of years in the making. Stories from the front reveal how soldiers used kapok to survive. Men salvage kapok from flotation cushions in wrecked vehicles, sharing the precious fibre among their unit. In the Ardennes, soldiers stuffed kapok into shirts, trousers and boots, feeling warmth return almost instantly. Downed air crews repurposed their bright yellow life vests, lining jackets with kapok for makeshift winter coats. These acts of improvisation were not official orders, but personal survival strategies. Soldiers became resourceful, turning whatever they had into life-saving gear. Kapok was more than a material. It was a symbol of ingenuity and hope. On the frozen front, it meant the difference between enduring and succumbing. Compared to wool, kapok was a revelation. Wool, though warm, became heavy and waterlogged, sapping a soldier's strength. Kapok stayed light and dry, even in wet conditions, offering superior insulation for less weight. Early synthetics like nylon and rayon were still experimental and often trapped sweat, chilling the body. Kapok breathed better and managed moisture more effectively. In WWII, Kapok hit a sweet spot, lighter and more water-resistant than wool, more effective than early synthetics. It was the best of both worlds, a natural fibre that outperformed the old and the new. For soldiers, this meant greater mobility, less fatigue, and a better chance of survival. On the battlefield, technical superiority translated into warmth. Kapok was the unsung hero of winter warfare. Despite its wartime success, Kapok faded from use after WWII. Harvesting kapok was labour-intensive and dependent on tropical climates, making it expensive and vulnerable to supply disruptions. The rise of cheap, mass-produced synthetics like polyurethane foam and polyester quickly replaced kapok in life vests and insulation. Synthetics could be made anywhere, in any quantity, and treated for fire safety, something kapok couldn't match. Marketing hailed these space-age materials, and kapok was left behind. Within a generation, the secret of the WWII soldier was forgotten. Kapok became a relic of the past, overshadowed by industrial progress. Today, as we seek sustainable multi-purpose gear, kapok deserves a second look. Its ultralight, compressible, water-repellent fibres are perfect for survival kits. Stuff it into clothing for warmth, use it as tinder for fire or as emergency flotation. Kapok does it all. It's natural, biodegradable and renewable, grown without pesticides or harm to the tree. For those who value a connection to nature, kapok is an ideal choice. Modern synthetics are impressive, but kapok's unique blend of properties remains unmatched. It's a lesson in not dismissing old solutions for new ones. For survivalists and bushcrafters, a pouch of kapok is a wise addition to any kit. It's a link to the past and a tool for the future. Just as it saved soldiers in the frozen winters of war, kapok can still save lives today.